So we have a Sacremento cop that was arrested for being a drug dealer, and this man was married with 3 kids and everything. Let's go and roll the clip.
Went down the Hilton Sacramento Arden West Hotel. The suspect, one of Sac PD's own.
Isaac Nutilla, who is an officer with our department. He's been an officer for 16 years.
A patrol officer working out of East Sacramento, Nutilla was searched by other officers during his arrest.
Found to have heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine, and over an ounce of marijuana.
Officials also say he had his department-issued firearm on him at the time. Another big no-no.
It's an added offense to have a firearm and narcotics together, yes.
At Nutilla's home in El Dorado Hills, a man wearing a hood and a woman in a hat had no comment as they walked from their car into the house. Meanwhile, neighbors tell us off camera they're stunned. Nutilla has lived in the Serrano gated community for 12 years and is married with 3 kids, according to neighbors. But police paint a different picture of his life. The department says it got a tip from an outside agency October 13th that Nutilla was involved in prostitution. That kicked off weeks of undercover surveillance involving multiple other law enforcement agencies, ultimately leading to his arrest Friday night. While the investigation continues, so far Nutilla has not been accused of what that other agency originally told Sac PD he was doing.
There are no prostitution-related charges, only narcotic possession charges at this time.
Now they need to find out how much of that drugs that he stole from drug dealers or stole from the evidence room. I'm very curious about that because obviously he was some sort of drug dealing D-boy running around in California. Now, what is it with this heroin and this crystal meth? Heroin and meth is a big thing in the white community. A lot of white people are dying at the hands of heroin and crystal meth. And no one is getting a hand on that. That epidemic is going underneath the radar, very, very quiet. But when it was the crack epidemic, it was always on TV. You're showing raids every day. Black people going to prison for 20, 30 years. You're changing laws to give black people more time for a crack rock versus powder cocaine. But you don't do none of that mess with this crystal meth and heroin. And so much so that the cops are dealing the drugs now to their own people, because obviously he wasn't dealing it to black people. He was in his gated community. People knew exactly what he was doing. They said they shot. Come on now. People knew. He was a supplier in that neighborhood. And you have a lot of these neighborhoods that you have some of these white folks at that they sit up there and do all kind of drugs. I've had white folks tell me how they be bringing drugs into these nice neighborhoods all the time. And they be shooting up or smoking something or snorting something. This stuff here, they don't like to talk about this. They never want to talk about their dirty laundry or what they do and what they got going on. But we will talk about it just because they feel they don't do anything and it's only black people. Let me know in the comments what you think about this story, because this is just utterly ridiculous that you got a cop just being a drug dealer. Share the video, let everyone know about it. Like the commentary and subscribe for more news stories.